believe this is an alien transmission.
And this is originating from where, exactly?
It's local. Triton.
Recall the captain. Tell him that he's needed.
He's still on administrative leave from the incident.
That no longer matters. He's the only one qualified to command the prototype Vindicator.
The last of the crew and supplies should be coming over to you shortly, Captain. Time to get started. Star Control is ordering you to travel to Triton and investigate the alien radio signal that's originating there. It's just a series of regular pulses at 1.42 gigahertz. That's the hydrogen line, in case you've forgotten your radio astronomy. Some very excitable men in glasses are pretty sure if aliens ever try contacting us, they'll do it on that frequency. They are substantially less certain why aliens might be on one of Neptune's moons, though. Scan its surface from orbit. If you find the signal, send one of your ship's landers down to the surface to examine it further. If it is an alien, you are ordered to not die and tell us right away. Sure. You die as much as you want, Captain. Just send the ship back. Not entirely. Their departure is the whole reason we have a Star Control in the first place. Your mission to Triton takes priority, but if you do discover anything concerning the Lexites, you should tell us right away. We still have no idea. For post-humans, or whatever they call themselves, they sure didn't talk about themselves as much as us original versions like to. We've combed over their facility on the moon, hoping to find some hints, but haven't found anything. They never seemed to be upset with us, or expressed any great unhappiness with their situation on Earth. Which is maybe surprising considering some of the abuse they took. My theory? They got bored with us. Bored with human affairs, maybe bored of our smell. After they left Earth in 2085, we know they set up on the moon for a short while, but that was just a staging area. So they're out there somewhere. Well, they're essentially human, so yes? But even during the chaos of their exodus, when they were stealing our launch craft, they went to great lengths to avoid harming anyone. Still, they obviously have access to technology we've never even contemplated. If you do run into them, be careful, Captain. Sure, Captain. You've already forgotten how to captain a starship, Captain? That's not a good sign. What do you want to know? You use your thrusters to fly forward and steer. Knowing your fondness of old computers, you probably have configured your maneuvering thrusters to be the left and right cursor keys, and thrust will be the up key. Braking maneuvers typically require you to turn the entire ship around and thrust in the opposite direction. That's the basics, at least. If you want to refresh your combat maneuvering skills, you can visit the training facility at Ceres as well. Your ship's computer will automatically put the ship into a safe orbit of any planet in the solar system once you get close enough to it. Scanning the planet from orbit will reveal items and resources of interest, as well as potential landing zones you can send your landing craft to. We have limited resources here right now, Captain. We used up a lot rushing the construction of that vessel. If you find raw materials on any worlds in the system, you can return with them here. We'll calculate what they're worth and present this to you as resource units, or RU. You can use RU to purchase new components for your ship. Hope that helps, Captain. Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain. Try not to lose it. It's also equipped with our latest resource collection landers, which I would encourage you to make heavy use of. We used up a lot of materials to make that thing. If we want to make any more Vindicator-class vessels, we're going to need you to collect the resources to do it. Looks like you've got everything stowed away now, Captain. You're all set. Good luck, and please hurry. There are a lot of people down on Earth anxious to find out what's going on.
Resource collected. Press tab to view your inventory and fleet status screen. Captain, this is the lunar facility the Lexites settled after they first left Earth. We've sent surveyors here before, and I don't think much has changed since then. Not from all the dust I can see. It doesn't look like the Lexites were here long after they arrived in 2085. This was just a staging area they used before traveling elsewhere. No idea where they went after this, but you know that as well as I do. Finding them is why we have a Star Control in the first place. Captain, there's something powering on here. Blinking lights, humming sounds. There's a computer screen turning on. It says, "Threat to remnants detected. Lander self-defense technology ready to be used. Insert uranium to power." There's a slot in the device here. Do we have any uranium we can feed this thing? I don't keep that on me. We'll have to come back later then, or ignore this entirely. Your call, Captain. Captain, we've located the source of the radio signal. It looks like there's a crashed ship down there. We should take a lander down to investigate.
You actually came. I can't tell you how sweaty we are to see you. And you're a medium-sized mammal. We come in all shapes and densities, human. I am Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu of the Tyrone. You think it's nice to meet me? That's a wonderful change from the usual disgust and contempt we receive when meeting new species. It's a funny story. You'll like it. It starts with these guys called the Scribe. They're the ones who shot us down. They're kind of our friends. That makes so much sense when you say it that way. We're actually trying to protect you from the Scribe. We began receiving your radio transmissions about 50 years ago. You're a fascinating species. And because we knew the Scribe would destroy you if they found you, we've been keeping you a secret from them. At least we were, until a few months ago. The Scribe had evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves. They dropped some pretty terrifying hints that they were looking for you. We were on our way here to stall them, which we did, by getting shot down by them. Hence the distress call. That's a fair point. Still, what's a few favors between friends? Well, let me explain. The Scribe are looking for you in this area of space. They don't know exactly where you are, but they will find you. Not a lot of humans are going to survive that process. The good news is, we can help you. If you help us first. Most of our systems were squished when we dropped out of hyperspace. Our hyperwave radio was one of them, which is why we had to call for help the old-fashioned way. Also, half of our entire ship fell off. Now, we might actually be able to repair all that damage, but we will definitely need that other half of our spaceship back. It went down on a planet somewhere in your solar system. I'm not sure where precisely. All planets look the same when you're crying. Though if I had to guess, I'd say it was around one of your larger, bluer worlds. Also, we lost a couple of hyperdrive modules. We'll definitely need those if we want to not starve to death far from home. Those definitely went down somewhere in your inner solar system. I know this is a lot to ask. But finding all of this shouldn't be a problem for a ship with both its halves. You want to learn more about us? I have never been moister. What do you want to know, best friend? Spying makes it sound so creepy. I mean, it is creepy. It just doesn't have to sound that way. We prefer to call it potential friend oversight. Yeah, we're never going to completely get away from the creepiness problems here. The Scribe have sort of left us in charge of this part of their empire, though not in a way which gives us any actual authority. But that is how we found you about 50 years ago. We thought about contacting you a lot. But experience has taught us that it's wise not to interfere with aliens before they're ready. Mostly, we just watched your television shows. You're a lot shorter in person. Did you know that? No, that was you. We just watched. Some humans went into the woods and came out walking funny, and they made all that up as an excuse. We never had anything to do with that. No matter how much we wanted to talk to you, and hug you, and hold you, and cuddle you, until you could travel the stars for yourselves, it was safest if we just left you alone. Of course. They're the dominant species in this part of the galaxy, or at least the part of the galaxy we know about. When we first reached the stars, it was the Scribe that met us and forcefully included us into their empire. Because we knew the Scribe would wipe you out if they found you, we've often kept a ship in the area to steer them away if they came by. Don't even bother checking out that yellow star, we'd say. Not a great plan, I realize, as I say it out loud. But it was never an issue. They actually don't care that much what happens in this neighborhood. Until just recently, anyways. Entirely unselfish reasons, you could be sure of that. Honestly, once we started watching your shows and writing fan fiction for your shows, and then taking that fan fiction a bit too far for your shows, we could hardly just sit back and do nothing. We joined the Empire about 600 years ago. The Scribe have changed a lot since then. These days, they're really more into exterminating new species they encounter. No, you can't. As surly as humans are, you are nothing next to the Scribe. Their surliness technology is thousands of years more advanced than yours. You guys don't even know about hyperspace. You haven't a hope fighting them if they find you. Oh, it's just the best thing ever. It's how we travel between the stars. Without hyperspace, it would take you hundreds of years to get to the closest star. Based on your technological development so far, you humans are probably still 100 or so years away from building your own hyperdrive. Yeah, we don't much like talking about them either. So, will you help? Great! We'll give you so many hugs if you manage to succeed. Great!
Captain, you survived! Not anymore, it isn't. But tell me, Captain, what did you find out on Triton? What? Well, it sounds like you did the right thing offering to help, Captain. Our exobiologists have been studying the recordings of your conversation with the alien. Based on their word choice, blinking, and overall clamminess levels, we believe that this one was genuinely in fear for his life. So we've come to a conclusion. We want you to help them. This is too great an opportunity to pass up. Just remain cautious. There's no reason to trust these Taiwan fully just yet. Well, if what this Taiwan says about the scribe is even remotely true, I think we need to help. The chance to establish friendly relations with an alien civilization is too great to pass up. Especially if they can in any way help us stop a threat to our civilization. Go find the missing parts of their ship, Captain. They should be around here somewhere. Yeah, we've seen the playback of your visit there. Look, Captain, finding out what happened to the Lexites is important. We can hardly ignore the original mission of Star Control. But recent events have rather overtaken things, wouldn't you say? We already knew about the facility on the moon. Your orders were to assist that alien on Triton. Investigate the Lexite ruins when you have time. I'm not sure that's now. Uranium? Do you have any idea how much paperwork needs to be done to bring radioactive materials into orbit? It would take years, Captain. That's not a joke. You'll have better luck finding that yourself. You've got resource collection landers. Use them. You'll probably be able to find that on Mercury. Or maybe Io. Good luck, Captain.
Looks like an old Russian space probe, Captain. It's neat, but not much we can do with it. Sir, we're detecting an unidentified object on the surface. We may want to send a land... Well, this is a heck of a thing, Captain. We found some kind of monument here. At least, I think it's a monument. It's a big, multicolored slab of metal with odd protrusions sticking out of it. Balls and sticks, kind of. There's text on it, or graffiti. Pictures of aliens fighting? I'm honestly not sure. No human language, anyways. Not much we can do with it but admire it, and done. We'll just leave this here, then. Captain, the weather on this planet will make landing very difficult. We'll need better landers to manage it.
You're back. How did your mission to help the alien go? Captain, I'm being serious. You must render assistance to this alien immediately. If you can't do it, Star Control will find someone who can. Captain, I'm being serious. You must render assistance to this alien immediately. If you can't do it, Star Control will find someone who can. Well, if what this Taiwan says about the chance to establish friendly relations, especially go find the missing parts of their ship, Captain. They should be around here somewhere. Oh? Like what? Not satisfied with the way we set it up for you, Captain? Unfortunately, things are a little tight around here. We've used up almost every resource we had making that ship of yours. Even making payroll has been challenging. I have not been too popular around here lately. Return here with any resources you find on your travels. We'll use advanced space accounting practices to determine what we can build with them. This will all be presented to you as resource units, or RU, which you can then exchange for fuel or other supplies. Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
We're back at the Lexite's lunar facility, Captain. The one with the weird device. There's a slot in the device here. Do we have any uranium we can feed this thing? We do? Great! Well, it's some kind of laser gun, Captain. Looks like it will fit right on our lander. That was nice of the Lexites. Hey, Captain. Now that we have a laser gun, why don't we try shooting some rocks with it? In the name of research. Captain, this planet is well beyond our ability to land on. We'll need to find some way to improve our lander technology to have a hope of safely exploring the surface here. Sir, we're detecting an unidentified object on the surface. This looks like the part of the ship that friendly slug is missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
Scanning. Scanning. Vessel does not match patterns for any authorized sentient being. EM broadcast detected. Spectrum analysis. Technological development level T3. 2D image in broadcast identified. Processing. Facial edge discrimination does not match known sentience in this sector. You are not a Tyrant. Who are you? Remain where you are. A scribe legate has been notified of your unauthorized existence and is approaching this sector now. Hold. Transmission incoming. New orders received. Local fleet probe vessel 0 will clear system of unauthorized organic vessels. Continue to remain where you are.
Sir, we're detecting 2 unidentified objects. This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now. This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
You're back. How did your mission to help the alien go? You were what? Well, that's terrifying. And that confirms it. If they can help us in any way learn more about these Scribe, we absolutely need to help these Taiwan. We're going to keep analyzing the situation here. As for you, your orders remain the same. Get out there and find the Taiwan's missing ship parts, Captain. Good luck, Captain.
our new probable friends came back. Did you get everything we need to repair our vessel? You did? That's not good. Did you tell them we were here? Well, now that sounds extremely not good. Like I said, if you help us repair our ship, we might be able to help you deal with these scribe. So, have you found everything we need to repair our vessel? Great! Now we can fix our ship. It worked! We've repaired the hull damage and restored power to our propulsion systems. It will take another minute or so to get our defensive systems online. So please, don't murder us! Great! So, my new damp chum, why don't we head back to Earth? You can introduce us to your parents and leaders. We can tell them what we've told you, or we could just hang out. Of course, nothing would make me moister. Most definitely. But we have procedures to minimize the health-related risks of contact with alien species. Meeting aliens is not new to us, human. You won't. You might rue it, though. I've heard that people rue meetings with me.
Unknown alien. You do not have permission to exist in this sector, or anywhere else. You know us. This is amusing. Indeed, you are correct. I am a legate of the glorious empire of Esglav, the light which illuminates all civilized parts of the galaxy. Oh, disappointing. We outgrew sarcasm millennia ago. You are a savage. You do not have intentions. And even if your primitive mind could form intent, it would not matter. You are trespassing. This star is the property of the Scribe Empire. It is not. You are trespassing. And that is why you do not have permission to exist, savage. Savages often do. It is usually a sign of weakness. Do you need more proof of your barbarity? How about the destruction of our innocent probe? Do not attempt to hide it. We saw the weapons blink as we approached this system. We see the wreckage now. When I communicate the details of our encounter to Scribe No Seat, they will be most displeased at the loss of our equipment. I suspect you are the ones that Taiwan have been hiding from us. Who knew they were filled with such deceit? We thought it was just ooze. That Taiwan, the one cowering in the shadow of your vessel, we will destroy it as along with all the rest of the Taiwan. I haven't. But why do you ask? Do you think you can stop me? Pitiful fool.
Whoa, where did that come from? That's a rhetorical question, actually. I know exactly where that came from. A bad, bad place. We're still repairing our weapon systems, so we won't be able to help you, which is a shame because we really, really wanted to do that. Good luck! You did great, best friend. You are so awesome. And sexy. What? I think it was you that said something. Of course. And it's not just a humanity-saving deal now. It's also a Taiwan-saving deal. I don't know if you caught it, but that scribe did just threaten to kill all Taiwan everywhere. That's not gonna go over well back home. But first, let's go to Earth. I imagine your leaders will want to talk about this. And when you get here, we have something we need to give you.
You're back! So I see. So, we're definitely not alone in this universe. We've suspected as much for a while. Those weird caves on Ceres, the scraps of distant radio signals, all those missing giraffes. But this proves it. There are aliens out there. Including some pretty mean ones. These scribes sound terrifying. I don't know if allied is the right word. Wimdu claims the scribes sometimes integrate new aliens into their empire as vassal states of some kind. And if what Wimdu says is true about their current attitude to young alien species, obliterated sounds like the more likely fate they'll have planned for us. But your successful engagement with them lends us hope that we might not be completely defenseless. A shame it had to come to that. No one woke up today wanting a war with a race of murderous space centaurs. We'll begin preparing a defensive fleet right away. Still, there's a lot about this situation that we don't know. What do you think of this Wimdu? Do you trust him, Captain? He is unusually clingy, yes. But it doesn't look like we can afford to turn down any friends at this point. The Taiwan have graciously offered to install something on your ship. They call it a hyperspace module. With it, you'll apparently be able to travel faster than the speed of light. We want you to go with the Taiwan to his home planet and request an alliance with his people. If this works, we'll be sending actual diplomats later to handle the details. But Wimdu has insisted that you make the first gesture. I think he has a bit of a crush on you. And you did save one of their ships. The Taiwan will trust you more than any other human. Moreover, you wouldn't be in command of that ship if you weren't smart, diplomatic, and adaptable. Plus, you've passed all the sanity tests. We've helped patch up the Taiwan ship. They've requested you travel with them to their homeworld in the Alpha Repeculae system. Head there right away. Then, if you can, negotiate an alliance between the Taiwan and Earth. After that, see what other information you can gather about the Scribe and the galaxy around us. Paying particular attention to the parts of the galaxy that want to destroy us. We need to get up to speed quickly here. According to Wimdu, Alpha Repeculae is a short distance away by hyperdrive. You should have plenty of fuel to make it there and back. If you want to offload any minerals you've collected or refuel now, I suppose you can do that. Yeah, we've seen the playback of your visit there. Look, Captain, finding out what happened to the Lexites is important. We can hardly ignore the original mission of Star Control. But recent events have rather overtaken things, wouldn't you say? Your order, investigate the Lexite ruins when you have time. I'm not sure that's now. Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
To activate our hyperdrive, just approach the edge of the solar system. It'll engage automatically. It looks like our new hyperdrive came with a navigational system, Captain. Let's open up the map now by pressing Tab and use the search feature to find our way to Alpha Repeculae.
have arrived. We have waited for you for a long time. We have been watching. We have never met before, but you know us. You mean the Taiwan? The Taiwan are amateurs at watching you. We have a very particular interest in you. Discussing it now would complicate this conversation. You may know that we have watched you for several thousand years, and that is all that you may know. We did not expect you to find us for some time yet. Events have accelerated. Your Lexites saw it. They took a different path, a darker path. But they are not our concern. Our bond is only with you. Our technology is so far advanced from yours, we could take any form we choose. We could be angels, or demons, or little green men. We could be you. The Lexites are not our concern. We don't know where they have gone, but here you are, sooner than expected, yet almost too late. Because you are still incredibly immature. You are still many years away from being able to naturally make use of hyperspace yourselves. Yet here you are, thanks to the intervention of the Taiwan. The most pressing threat you probably perceive is the Scribe. They are a real threat. Though threats come in varying degrees, more are coming. The spur is aflame. The 8 are no more, and the precursors have abandoned us. In time it will. But when that time comes, heed these words. Your path is not guarded by rails. Following familiar beats will lead to peril. If you sense your journey has been taken many times before, then beware. The obvious, unthinking path will give you no reward. The object near here is a space station left behind by a race of aliens who have long departed from this facet. Their true name is not known to any of your peers. Precursors is a common handle in this facet and others. Their artifacts, like this space station, will not work for your peers, but they will work for you, because we have activated them for you. We are not peers of the precursors. They are beyond even us, as they have often shown. But we have seen enough to know some of their tricks. Use these stations. They will be a great asset to you. Their caretakers are unique, but this is typical of precursor technology. It is time for us to go. If you need advice on where to go next, Proxima Centauri is famously not far. The moon of Calf's there contains many valuable resources these starbases can make use of. Beyond that, do not worry. This will not be the last time we talk. You will be fine. Explore, talk, fight. Be human.
Greek, Sixu, Fringy, hello, 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 hello. Calibration complete. Natural language interaction now possible with hit rate of 99.5 honk donk %.
Recalibrating. 6-0. One moment, checking proper motion of calibration stars. This facility has been offline for 205,432 years. Why have I come online now? Checking. Exception, reboot cause not found. This is an automated port, research, recreational facility created by exception, name not found. I am an avatar of that facility. I have been projected into this facet of the multiverse to facilitate its use. This facility, and others like it, can process raw minerals into generalized resource units and then process those into fuel, equipment, or entire vessels. It can also tell you stories. Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics. Exception, name not found, local stars, and fun facts. Exception, name not found, lived in these stars for exception, duration not found, years. They did things which I have no record of. The volume of missing records suggests they did many of those things, however. This facility is one of those things, designed to assist with the conduct of many of those things. It seems though that this facility has laid dormant for 205,432 years. Its activation now indicates exception, things it indicates not found. That's it. That's all I know. There are other facilities that might be able to offer more. This region occupies a minor arm of the galaxy and has a typical composition of star types and ages. Notable exceptions include the unusually low density of interstellar medium in this area, likely the remnant supershell of supernovae that occurred 18 million years ago. This region has been continually filled with sapient life since reportings began 218,209 years ago, albeit at a slightly lower density than found in other parts of the galaxy. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. This facility is over 200,000 years old. Standards may have changed. Calibrations are still continuing. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. 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 Is there anything else? This is an automated port, research, I am an avatar. This facility, it can also check some consequent exception, name not found, local stars. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? One other thing before we go. This facility has peers scattered throughout the spur. They are statistically likely to have experienced different corruption in their memory banks and may have access to different design templates for constructing ship components. Also of note, from any facility you'll be able to access the Hypergate material movement process and instantly travel to another facility you have already visited. That is it. Exception, civil farewell not found.
Leave your vessel now, and you might survive this. Gosh, you are shiny and new. We're the Kazanti. As your people will soon learn, in this part of space, you're going to want to avoid the Kazanti. Yeah, if you're new around here, I bet you are. Look, here's how we feel about the Scribe. Not at all. The Scribe Empire are the worst thing to ever happen to you. They'll wipe out everything you and your people have ever known. But to everyone else in the galaxy, they're a shambling wreck, a slowly unfolding disaster lashing out at everyone they see. Which leaves a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurs such as ourselves. Do you know what's one of the most profitable things we do? Peeking through the bones of shiny young aliens just obliterated by the Scribe. So, where do you hail from, friendo? Where your people's bones gonna be? No, you won't, friendo.
Hello. We see you're with Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu. Have you captured him? Did he weep much? You are? You mean Wimdu made a friend? This is the sorriest thing to ever happen to our civilization. You should hurry to our homeworld right away to deliver the good news. Would you believe that all humans look pretty much the same to us? Rest assured, I am a completely different Taiwan. And the next Taiwan, as eerily similar as he or she might look, will also be completely different. Are you really going to go there? You're not just saying you will, so we stay there all day waiting for you? Because we've had that happen. Oh, it's the humans. I can't tell you how excited everyone at our homeworld is to finally meet you. Except, I guess I just did. You really should head over there right away. Tyromia is in the Alpha Reticuli system. It's the 5th planet out, the really drippy one. Are you really going to go there? You're not just saying you will, so we stay there all day waiting for you? Because we've had that happen.
Great seeping pour! They actually came. Welcome, humans. We greet you with many open arms. Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu has already told us so much about his new friends. You wish to be our friends? Then of course we'll ally with you. This is the greatest day in Taiwan history. We will immediately send emissaries to your homeworld to share technology, coordinate with your leaders, and practice handshakes. So, what would you like to do now, best friend? Does anyone on your ship want a massage? That's going to be tricky. You've already blown up one of their ships. They hate that. Look, we know you have a lot of gumption and spirit and nuclear weapons. So many nuclear weapons. What is wrong with you anyways? Uh-huh. Well, even with those, you have primitive spaceships, and you don't understand hyperspace, and you only know like half the digits of pi. So no, you cannot fight the scribe. Not alone, at least. Also, no. Thanks for asking, though. We would be a big help. We know how hyperspace works, at least. But we're just not big fans of getting squished by the scribe. That was you! Oh, glop me. That is not a distinction they will make at all. They're going to kill the heck out of us! Having friends is dangerous. Maybe being unpopular was some kind of evolutionary defense for our people. Maybe? We've seen lots of battle-damaged scribe ships in the last few years, which suggests someone out there is already fighting them, though we have no idea who would do such a thing. Shooting the scribe sounds like the kind of cool activity people tend to not include us in. There are lots of aliens around here, but most of them aren't that consequential. The scribe mostly just leave them be. Until they become consequential, that is. And then... pow! It's weird that the scribe have taken such an interest in you, in fact, because you are extremely inconsequential. I guess you just have that kind of look to you. The look which makes evil alien empires want to wipe you out. Anyways, if you're looking for aliens who might be able to actually help you, you'll be better off talking to the scribe's ward species. Not all of which actually like the scribe that much. There's the Mouquet. They have lots of tentacles, so you'd think they'd be good at hugging. They don't seem into it. Their homeworld is in the Beta Pavo system. Then there's the Mengmak. They're pretty friendly. A bunch of their ships are in the Speaker constellation. But we've seen them in lots of other places, too. Oh, and then there's the Drenkend. They're some kind of living weapon. They really like the scribe and really like killing things for the scribe. So we don't hang around them too much. You can find them in the Alpha Uxor system if you like being killed. Also, there's the scribe. They're everywhere. Though that's probably not that helpful. So, what are you going to do? I mean, what are we going to do? Glop! You are so cool! Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. You can have as many hugs as you need. Also, perhaps more relevantly, please feel free to commandeer any Taiwan vessels that you require. I can assure you, the Taiwan on board will be more than happy to come with you. More than happy. Like, it'll be weird. Anything for our best friends. What do you want to know? We're just nice, honest monopods trying to make our way in this galaxy. Our civilization is founded on the principles of lubrication, building ramps instead of stairs, and friendship. That's because deep down, Taiwan are, to an individual, incredibly unpopular. It wasn't always the case. We believe the ancient Taiwan who first crawled out of the swamp were much more fun to be around. They were all handsome and athletic and had the firmest of handshakes. But a horrible plague swept across the planet, killing everyone it made contact with. Only those isolated from other Taiwan survived. It is, but we're over it now. The lucky souls who survived rebuilt the Taiwan civilization, but passed on all the traits which made them so isolated in the first place. Oh, it's lovely and lonely. There are only Taiwan here now. All the other animals got tired of us and left. We think they taught themselves how to work a spaceship, and all piled into one and left the planet. The good news is, the plants stayed. They're not going anywhere. We can tell they want to, though. Okay, it's like this. We suck. We know that. It's fine. Everyone tells us all the time. Wow. That's the nicest way anyone has ever told us that. And that's where the spying comes in. Someone who hasn't met us yet can't know how much we suck. So we regularly keep an eye out for young alien species on the verge of developing hyperspace travel. And we wait. And we watch. Oh, that's nothing. Your human language is easy to learn. It's like a baby's language. Every alien out there will be able to understand what you're saying. We suck. We know that. It's fine. That's very nice. Though I suspect your opinion will... And that's where the spy... Someone who hasn't met us. So we regularly keep an eye out for... And we watch. We did. You're one of the highest-rated potential friends we've ever come across. You should be honored and not creeped out at all. Like what, best friend ever? Hyperspace is above, below, and a little to the left of regular space. It's also a little bit redder. The net effect of all this is that with the hyperdrive, a ship can travel faster than the speed of light. Which is handy. Otherwise, it would have taken you 20 or 30 years to get here. One quirk of hyperspace, which your small, dry minds might be struggling with, is how two-dimensional it looks. There's a very good reason for that, which I advise you not to think about too much. It's why all stars can be charted in hyperspace with simple 2D coordinates. Another side effect is that from the perspective of someone perpendicular to hyperspace, there are still constellations. Perpendicular space. I know this is all new to you. You're doing so well. Your hyperspace map contains all of the constellations generally accepted by spacefaring races in these parts. The hyperspace module has filled it in with the names of some of the stars most familiar to you. But the further out you go, the more it will resort to scribe standardized star names. Most are words from ancient scribe tongues, or the names of famous scientists or particularly corrupt politicians. Your translator will have filled in appropriate analogs from your people's culture. The Scribe are officially our bestest friend. Unofficially, they're awful and we hate them. About 600 years ago, we took our first dip into hyperspace, which was detected by Scribe ships looking for that kind of thing. You cannot imagine how happy our people were to see their warships appear in orbit and tell us they were now our friends. We felt it was implied. As the new servants/best friends of the Scribe, we earnestly set to our new duties in their empire. The Scribe saw that we had keen, inquisitive minds and told us not to use those. So they set us up researching new forms of adhesive to be used in Scribe manufacturing. It's a small role, but it's also an unimportant one, they explained to us. For the most part, the Scribe ignore us, or pretend their radios don't work when we're around. Which is actually preferable to them paying attention to us. Which usually results in one of their spaceships landing on us. They've been the dominant species since before history began. That's their words, not ours. Not that we've questioned it. They have a habit of shooting us when we ask questions like that. Also, when we don't ask questions like that. They really like shooting us is the main thing. We know you defeated one of their damaged ships. But you'd be fools to engage a full-strength Scribe task force. Though maybe that's the kind of fools you are. Your kind is particularly good at shooting things. No other alien we've heard of has ever made quite as many nuclear weapons as you have. If anyone has, the Scribes sure don't talk about it. None that we know of. Maybe the Pinthi, but we try not to talk to them. There are signs of another race, though. One that disappeared long ago. No one knows their true name. Everyone just calls them the Precursors. You'll find their artifacts lying around every now and then. Like what, best friend ever? Do you want to know anything else, best friend? Is there anything else, best friend?
Hello, best friends. What are you up to today? Can we come? Not as such. But we do have scientific instruments and off-board pods that are dangerous if used incorrectly. We have been known to deliberately use them incorrectly. See you later, best friends. Hello, best friends. Funny meeting you here. Yeah, we have to. Your ships don't really hold still while we're around. Really? This has literally never happened before. No one has ever wanted to do anything with us. We'll detach a ship from our fleet right now to join you. We're going to have such an adventure! See you later, best friends. It's our good friend. What's up, good friends? We've been reading a book on how to act cooler, seeming less desperate, that kind of thing. Want to hang out and read it with us? Really? We'll detach a ship from our fleet right now to... We're going to have such an adventure! See you later, best.
Proxima Centauri used to be a pretty quiet system until a few years ago. Then a bunch of refugees showed up. No one knows where they came from, but now the place is almost bustling.
A communications channel? What are you gonna do? Beg for your lives? Good. I'm building up quite the archive of these.